Hi you guys, it's me Kes. Welcome to my channel. Today's video will be a 3D art tutorial on a margarita nail that I had posted on Instagram one day, and I got quite a few requests to do this tutorial, so here it is. And I will pretty much be walking you through what materials you'll need and then also what techniques I use to get to the finished product. So first things first, do not forget to subscribe down below, and if you're not already, please follow me on Instagram. My Instagram name is Kesnailedit, the same as the channel. So first things first, I'm going to go ahead and go through the products I use. I use nail forms to build the actual 3D art because I can build it onto that surface without it sticking when it's done. I build it on there and it comes right off the way it would if you were building an actual nail. I also use a 3D nail art brush, or sometimes I just use a very thin bristled acrylic nail brush. I believe this is a number 5. I'm not sure, but I got it from my local beauty supply. Lime green acrylic, that's what we're going to use to make the actual margarita that's inside the nail. You also will need some clear acrylic as well. So first things first, you want to take a small bead of the lime green acrylic and you want to put it onto the nail form. And then you just want to smooth it into the shape of the actual margarita. It doesn't have to be as spot on because remember, this is just the inside of the drink. So this is pretty much the margarita itself. So we just want pretty much just like a thin layer of color that's going to be in at least somewhat of the shape of the glass because we're going to cover it so it doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so this is what it should look like when you're done. It doesn't have to be perfect, just like a small thin layer of the green acrylic, which will be encapsulated into the actual glass itself. So now we're going to take a bead of clear acrylic and we're going to use that to make the top part of the margarita glass. Okay. And we want it to be thick enough to where we can pretty much pat it down. All right. So it can be outward in like the shape of a rim. Okay. And then we want to tuck in those sides. Tucking in the sides is what's going to help us to really form the shape itself. So then we're going to take another bead of clear acrylic, but it's going to be a little bit smaller than your first bead. And we're going to place it directly under that first layer and we're going to start to shape it into the bottom of the glass. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the actual acrylic up. That's what's going to help the glass form a little bit more to look more like a margarita glass. Then finish tucking in the sides as much as possible just to make it neat. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit more acrylic, now a little bit less, And then we're going to create the stem of the glass. So as you can see, I place it a little bit away from the bottom of the glass because we're going to form it as we walk it up to the actual glass itself. So you're going to just pretty much smooth it on all sides besides the top, because it's the top where we're going to walk it up and connect it to the bottom of the top part of the glass. Guys, I hope that makes sense. But as you can see, I'm pretty much forming it on the sides and the bottom, and I'm just going to walk it up and push it up until it meets the top of the glass. And then what I'm doing now is I'm just wiping away any kind of excess acrylic. And there we have it. That's our stem. And for the last part of our glass, you're going to take another bead, okay? Working with the size bead that I grab is usually what's best because it's not too small and it's not too big. You're going to take that bead and you're going to place it directly under the bottom of the stem, okay? And then you're going to start shaping it into a circle. All right. So after you're shaping it into a circle. Oh, Lord help me. After you're shaping it into a circle, then what you're going to do is you're just going to tuck those sides in, and that's what's going to help it to form into like the bottom of a stem for like a wine glass or like a cocktail glass. So you're just going to keep on shaping that and flattening it and pushing down. Guys, I did not know my camera was out of focus at this part. Please forgive me, because when I noticed it, I said, this is just so tacky. But in order for me to redo that part over, I would have had to do redo the whole thing. And y'all, I spent so much time recording this, so I'm really sorry, guys. But I hope you can see what I'm doing enough to get the concept of just like putting the ball of acrylic right under that stem and then pretty much just flattening it and tucking it in on the sides. You're going to flatten it from the bottom and from the top because you don't want the sides to spill up over the stem. You know, you want it to be still as leveled as much as possible. There you have it, guys. That's our Margarita glass. So after that, what you want to do is you just want to go in with your file. I'll also leave a link to the file that I'm using down below. So what I do is I just file away any of the acrylic that's like out of shape or out of place. Now to make the actual salt on the glass, what I do is I take these small tiny crystals, which I will also leave in the description box below. And what I do is I just place some Mia Secret nail gel resin around the rim and then just literally just dip the wine glass in the crystal. And then when I take it out, the crystals are stuck around the rim. Now to actually put the wine glass onto the nail, this is the Margarita nail that I already prepped and prepared for this video. I take a small bead of acrylic and I place it in the space where I want to put the Margarita nail and place it there and let it dry. So for garnish, I'm going to use a little piece of lime from the ShoptheKashWay fruit mix. I'll also leave a link to that below as well. I cut a little piece of it so that it could stick onto the glass nicely. And I placed some Mia Secret gel resin on that as well. And I'm just going to hold it onto the side of the glass for a few seconds until it actually starts to stick. And there we have it. There is our Margarita 3D art nail. Hey you guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and to follow me on Instagram. I will leave my Instagram down below, and drop a comment. I look forward to hearing what you guys think.